Hello, all you happy people, and welcome back to my little comic book forbidden zone, as I like to call it. Uh, as usual, it's been a while since I've got to do a video. Didn't get to be on the comic book memories because we had a couple of shows yesterday. So, had a few days off this week, got caught up on some stuff, went and visited my folks, uh, stacked quite a big amount of firewood, which I'm still feeling right now. But it was good. Got a good visit and see the folks. Spent some time with the family. My youngest grandson had his birthday party today. His birthday's tomorrow, but today was the day everybody could be there. So I did that. Got to watch a little football today. Who Dey, go Bengals. Uh, and I decided to spend the last few hours here in the comic room. I'm just bagging and boarding. A lot of stuff they haven't shown, so it's a few stacks. So let's just do it all at once. Hey, so while we got the time. First one shows some, which is kind of odd for me. I show some new stuff I've been reading. Heavy on DC, but I really like a lot of the stuff they're putting out now for a change. Maybe a few Marvels in there. I always try to dip my toe in the water, see what's going on with Hulk and Captain America and Spider-Man, and just can't bring myself to do the Avengers because it's so confusing, just like everything else in Marvel and DC. So anyway, got some new stuff. Got some stuff from the dollar bins, the $2 bins, and I got a back issue haul in from my comic shop. So quite a few shows. So let's get to it. First thing, just I get my new comics through a mail order service, and you pre-order like 2 months ahead of time, but you get 40% off. And I still support my comic shop, but it's just I go through the bins, and but it's a lot cheaper, this way, and it's easier for me to collect new stuff or read new stuff this way. So I get 40% off. I can get them once. I can get them every 2 weeks. I can get them every month, or like once a month, or every 2 weeks, or however you want to do it. So I do it like every 2 weeks. And I think I'm going to go back to once a month. So anyway, this is the freebies you get. DC Connect, showing all the stuff there. They got a new series which I'm kind of looking forward to called DC KO, where they all have to get into a big tournament and fight each other because something's going on with Darkseid again. So, sort of like contest of champions in a way, which we'll get to that later. And here's the Marvel previews. Age of Revelation Overture 1. Everything changes. So, if one has a big event, the other one has to have a big event. So, all the Marvel previews. Everybody's seen these. First one of the new ones. Latest issue of JSA, number 11. Ragnarok, part 1. Really enjoying the JSA. You got one of my favorites over here. Mr. Solomon Grundy. Been looking forward to this one because it features my favorite Justice Leaguer. Justice League Red, number 1. Red Tornado. Dead Man, which is another favorite. Power Girl. Cyborg. Simon Baz, Green Lantern. I'm not really sure who the other little chick is here. So looking forward to reading that one. Justice League Unlimited, number 10. I'm trying to remember how many different characters have actually been called the Time Trapper. So now apparently it's Doomsday, which I've known that for a little bit, but still kind of confusing. Before, years ago, Time Trapper was just the Time Trapper. There was no explanation, no identity. It's just like the Joker's, who is the Joker? Of course they messed with that. But apparently now it's Doomsday. So this is good. I read this one. This was really good. Justice League Dark Tomorrow Special, number 1. Absolute Superman. Still enjoying a few of the Absolute books. Number 11. And they've started Batman over again. So, actually got a couple of variants on this one just because I like the artists. But by Mac Fraction and Jorge Jimenez. Batman #1. You get the Jim Lee variant. Probably my favorite, Frank Quitely. Love Frank Quitely's artwork. Got a new series coming out, trying to keep up with the Superman stuff. Adventures of Superman Book of L #1. Now I realize that a lot of this stuff you guys may have already seen or read because I'm waiting in the mail to get mine instead of going to the comic shop every week. But check out what this is. Got Absolute Batman #12. Really solid book. Have not been disappointed at all. And favorite, that and this is a favorite of my son and I both. From the Invincible Universe, Battle Beast. From the team that brought you Invincible, Robert Kirkman and Ryan Otley. Really fun book. Like I said, thought I'd dip back into the Marvel pool or cesspool, whatever you want to call it. But I always love this character. Werewolf by Night #1. Blood Moon Rise. There's one from my buddy Rod. Incredible Hulk 27. I'm sure he's already picked this one up. Here's a fun little series. Batman Gotham My Gaslighter League for Justice #3. Action Comics 1090. Superboy Unchained. Going back and seeing some of Superman's adventures as Superboy, so I'm really liking it. It's pretty cool. Captain America #3. Cap and Doom going at it. I'm sure at some point Cap and Doom will go at it again in the upcoming movies. And got a couple facsimiles. Apparently there was some kind of misprint on the other because I already had this one. So they sent me a free copy of the one they corrected. So I'm not really sure what the defect was. But here's the first appearance of Crypto. Adventure Comics 210 facsimile. And very cool here. Superman #1 facsimile. A little bit larger. Loving these facsimiles. Alright, let's look at some dollar books. How's about that? I rated the bins the other day, and before that I rated the bins of the $2 books. There wasn't many $2 books this last time I went that I didn't already have. So, but here we have mini-series from 92, The Ray. Only had like a couple issues. I had #1 and maybe another one, and I found a few of these. So there's #3. I think Jack Harris wrote these, and Joe Quesada did the art. #5. I guess you could call these modern books. Anything past like the early 90s is like a modern book to me, or late 80s, I guess, Bronze Age. Here's the last issue, #6. All these are in great shape. #2. I guess I had #2. So I think the only one I'm missing now is 2, 3. The only one I'm missing now is #4. And believe me, I looked. Another one, I guess a mini-series I'm trying to complete. One of my favorite characters, Ragman. This was an 8-issue mini-series. Got a couple, but these are the ones I didn't have. #2, great art by Pat Broderick. #3. I think this kind of gets away from the original incarnation by Joe Kubert and company. But I still like the character. And you can't beat the artwork. #6. #7. So I'm just needing a couple of these. Some Detective Comics 588. think I'm going to try to make it a goal to get all the issues that Norman Breyfogle did the art on, because at the beginning I didn't like his art at all, and then it just really grew on me real quick. So it was kind of cool picking these up in the dollar bins. And here we have $5.89, Wagner, Grant, and Breyfogle, and you get a. If you guys remember when DC had the bonus books, you get like a 16-page second feature, which was also Batman, so pretty cool. And Marvel Superheroes, here's something from the Bronze Age. Number 89. I think it's a reprint. Got Herb Trimpe on the cover. And I think one of the last times I was there, I picked up the Rand Thanagar War. Picked up a 1 or 2. I think I picked up number 1. Anyway, here's number 3. Shout out to Higgy on this one. Number 4. Number 5. And number 6. There's last issue, so apparently needing just one more for this one too. So for a buck, you know, got some of my favorite characters in there: Adam Strange, Hawkman, Captain Comet, especially. Here's an 80-page giant detective comics, number 598. Sam Hamm, Dennis Cowan, and Dick Giordano. It's a fatty. And I'm trying to pick up all the Invasion crossovers. So Invasion First Strike. Here's Detective Comics 595. Got some Irv Novick art in this one, so pretty cool. And those of you that remember DC's event Convergence about 10 years ago, this is one that I didn't have. It's got the Earth 2 Robin and Huntress in it, so I had to get this one. And got some more bronze, late bronze. Got to mark some tales of Legion of Superheroes. Wifey is telling me she's leaving. Not for good, I hope. But these are like reprints of like the Baxter series. So I didn't have this one, 331. And 330, this might be the one where she kills Nemesis Kid, who killed Karate Kid. Is he still alive now? I don't know. Again. But yeah, it's good stuff. And this was I was really tickled to find these because I've got 1 or 2 of these, but I didn't have these. From Kitchen Sink Comics, Bernie Wrightson's Captain Stern, number 2 of 5. Three of 5. I'll pick up anything with Bernie Wrightson in it. That was kind of cool to find these in the dollar box. Captain Stern, number 4. And this was when I was really kind of tickled to find. I remember seeing ads for this in the comics, like in the mid 80s, like 85, 86. Like when the Crisis was going on. You know, of course, after Crisis and when that all happened, it was kind of like the end of an era to me. You know, it was kind of the end of the Bronze Age for DC. But I saw this and I was like, oh, cool. Because I remember seeing this in there, Angel Love, number 1. Sort of kind of like a cartoony take with some adult themes. So, pretty cool little comic. And now the rest of them from the $2 boxes. From a couple weeks ago. Here we got Culver Destroyer 19. Great stuff there. Number 24. And number 25. Great cover. Ernie Chan. So this leaves me 2, maybe 3 issues to go on Cull. Some Bronze Age Western here. Two Gun Kid, number 115. Some cool reprints in it. John Carter, Warlord of Mars Annual, number 3. Cool Alan Weiss cover. John Carter, Warlord of Mars, King Size Annual, number 2. I think this is another Ernie Chan special. And I already had this one, but I had to pick it up again just because, I just love this series. Secret Society of Supervillains, number 6. So you got all the captains. You got Captain Cold, Captain Boomerang, Captain Stingery. And you got some JLA cameos in here. I think Black Canary and Green Arrow's in it. There's our guy, Captain Comet. Got great artwork in it. By Rich Buckler. And last but not least, leave no 100-pager behind. That's my motto. So even though I had these already for $2, I mean, they're in pretty decent shape. There's Superman 278 against Terra Man. You got all the great Silver and Golden Age reprints. For $2, not too bad. And here's another one. This is probably about the 3rd copy I've got of this. My original, I think it's probably coverless. Here's Superman 272, special all magic issue. Pretty cool. Alright, now let's get to my back issue haul from my comic shop. It's all stuff I've been wanting to add to the collection for a while. May or may not have heard me say, Rod and I know a lot of other people are like real big fans of these B and C list characters, and I was just trying to get like all the appearances of this guy in chronological order. So what I'm talking about is Jack of Hearts. They originally showed up in Deadly Hands of Kung Fu 22, which I've got that one and a few more, and there was probably 8 or 9 appearances in that magazine. But then this is his first appearance in color comics. This is Hulk 213. He's not on the cover, but he shows up about midway through. And I just love that. I bet these artists hated drawing that costume. Anyway, he's in the few pages of this. His first color comic appearance, Jack of Hearts. And here's his first cover appearance on a color comic, 214, going against the Hulk. How can you not like that costume, right? So second color appearance, first color cover appearance. There's probably 10 or 11 issues of Iron Man, like from 101 or 102 through 112 or 113, which he kind of guest stars, so I got to get those. But I think after that, this is one of his next appearances in ROM. Space Knight, number 12. So ROM was a cool character too. And this is a mini series that I've always wanted, and I don't know why I never had it before. But Marvel Superhero Contest of Champions. Got art by John Romita Jr. and Bob Layton on the cover there. That's why I said DC's KO kind of reminded me of this. And I don't know why I never had this, but because I'm all about, jamming as many characters as you can into a story. There's issue 1, which is also a Jack of Hearts appearance. Issue 2 is not, but got some great stuff in it anyway. And last issue, issue 3, has an appearance of Jack of Hearts. So I'm getting there, and I'm just going, like through the Bronze Age. I'm not going to worry about any appearances, unless I can find them past the Bronze Age. So glad to have that series. And Another character I love was Machine Man. After I think the last appearance. Well, this is in between. It went to issue 9 with Jack Kirby, and they discontinued it, and they restarted it with Steve Ditko. So this is kind of like his continuation from issue 9 of that story from the Jack Kirby series. So here is Hulk 235. So this is a continuation from Machine Man number 9. And I don't have 236 yet, but I have 237, which he's not on the cover, but he's also part of this 3-issue story arc from 235 to 237. So another shout out to my buddy Rod. I'm sure he's got all these. Okay, more. I got so many collecting projects. It's hard to keep track. But I did complete one, and I'll show you that one in a minute. This may or may not be all the one I need for this. But I love the Red Circle Archie Adventure Series stuff that came out in the early 80s. So I'm getting making a lot of headway on that one. Probably about 75% there. And I think Medrog said he had completed these a while back. So yeah. So I'm trying to do it. Here's Lancelot Strong, the Shield number 2. So I think this only lasted 3 issues. I may or may not need issue 3, or it might be complete. I'm not sure. It's hard for an old guy to keep track, I know. And this finishes off my run of The Fly. Here's issue 3. Great cover by Rudy Nebrez. I love the Red Circle logo. I just thought that was so cool. And this is the last issue to sport that logo. So then it went back to the Archie logo. Where am I at here? Okay, I'm a little out of order. Well, it looks like if somebody's going to do a video that they would kind of have to have their stuff in order, right? Okay, all right. So I had issues 1 and 2. I had those great Steranko covers. So there's issue 3. So there's actually one more with the Red Circle logo. Here's number 4. Another great cover. Steve Ditko did, I think, most, if not all, the interiors. And I think the backup feature was the Jaguar, which I also love. Some good stuff there. And number 5 is when it went to the Archie logo. It was by Ditko and Nebrez. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Somebody tell me if they know how to pronounce it. Nebrez or Nebre or something. I'm not sure. Love his artwork, though. More of the same. Issue number 6. Issue number 7. Another great cover. Issue 8. I may have already had this one, but I couldn't find it, so I just went ahead and got it again. And last issue of The Fly, cover by Dick Ayers, number 9. Plus the Jaguar by Ward, Ayers, and Ditko. So I put this one to bed. That'll be on my series complete list at some point. And last but not least, got Supervillain Team Up number 5. Now, myself and I think a few other folks have said that the first appearance of the Shroud was Supervillain Team Up number 6 because he was on the cover. But this is actually the first appearance. He's like in 3 panels at the end of this story. So for all you C and B and D and E-list character fans, this is the first appearance of the Shroud. Supervillain Team Up number 5. So there we go, guys. Probably the longest video I've done in a while. Probably the biggest stack of books I've done in a while. I thought I'd try to get them all in. So if you've hung around and watched me bumble around trying to show this stuff, it is greatly appreciated. But I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for taking the time to watch this. And I think I'm probably a video or two behind on getting the comments, so I apologize for that. But it's in the works. But thanks for hanging around. Hope everybody's had a great weekend, and hope you have a great upcoming week. Onward and upward.